If you've been feeling these 5 signs inside, you know this. Your soul is shedding its old skin and it's not going to be easy, but it's necessary. Spiritual awakening isn't always a beautiful sunrise. Sometimes it feels like a death, a painful, confusing death of what you once believed yourself to be. Imagine this. Not just a snake shedding its skin, but you shedding layers of who you thought you were. And it doesn't happen in silence. It burns, it shatters. The illusions, the old roles, the comfort zones, they don't fall away gently. They fight to stay, and that's why it feels like losing yourself. You wake up one day, and the things that once defined you feel empty. Your achievements, your friendships, even your own voice in your head, suddenly sound like echoes from a life that no longer fits. It's like wearing clothes that have become too tight for a body that's still expanding. And here's the terrifying part. You can't go back, but you're not yet sure how to move forward. So, you stand in between, lost, broken, dissolving, yet somehow still breathing. And while your mind screams for clarity, your soul whispers something different. Let go. Because all that pain, all that confusion, all that crumbling inside, nobody tells you this. But spiritual awakening? It doesn't feel like magic. It feels like breaking. One day you wake up and you don't recognize yourself anymore. Everything that used to make you starts fading. Your dreams, your plans, your favorite things suddenly feel empty. You're not lost, you're being stripped down. That confusion, that emptiness inside your chest, it's not failure. It's your soul shedding its old skin, peeling away every version of you that was built on fear, expectations, and stories that were never yours. And yeah, it hurts. It feels like death. But what if I told you that death is exactly what your soul needs? Because without it, the real you can't be born. This isn't the end of your story. It's the chapter where you stop pretending. It's not falling apart, it's unfolding. And that's why, when everything feels heavy, empty, disconnected, have you ever felt disconnected from the world? As if you're floating behind a glass wall, watching people, moments, even yourself from a distance. Not lost, but paused. Not broken, but waiting. It's not depression, it's not failure. It's the silent pause before a new chapter. That heavy fog around your mind? It's your soul slowing you down, pulling you inward, whispering, "Stop chasing the world outside. The power you're searching for is within." What if I told you that this feeling of being out of place isn't a problem to fix? It's a message to decode? A sign. A signal that your old identity, the masks, the roles, the stories you've clung to are dissolving. Because right now, whether you feel ready or not, the old versions of you, the ones bound by fear, expectations, and old wounds, are cracking away. The old versions of you, the ones built from fear, from trying to please everyone, from wounds you didn't even choose, aren't just disappearing. They're collapsing, quietly, slowly, but relentlessly. And yeah, it hurts. No one prepares you for this part of awakening. It's not poetic, it's not peaceful. It's the kind of shift that makes you question everything, even yourself. But listen carefully. What you're losing isn't actually you. It's who the world convinced you to be. So if you feel like life is falling apart, like you're losing control, like you're standing in the ashes of your old self, know this. It's not your ending, it's your turning point. Because when the old layers break away, your soul starts sending signals, clear signs that change is already happening, whether you're ready for it or not. Here are the 5 undeniable signs that your soul is going through this deep shedding. 1. Overwhelming loneliness, even in a crowd. It's not the kind of loneliness you feel when you're physically alone. It's something deeper, something stranger. It's the moment when conversations around you feel empty. When you smile, but it feels disconnected. When people laugh beside you and yet, it feels like they're miles away. You begin to sense that what you're searching for can't be found in their words, their presence, or their approval, because your soul is calling you inward. It's pulling you away from the noise, from the surface, from the world you've known, not to punish you, but to prepare you, to teach you how to stand in your own energy, to help you remember that your connection doesn't begin outside, it begins within. Sometimes, the silence around you is deafening, not because there's no sound, but because your soul is tuning out the noise that no longer serves you. That heavy feeling of being unseen, unheard, and utterly alone is not a curse, it's a sacred invitation. It's as if your spirit is gently pulling you away from the crowd's chaotic chorus, asking you to stop chasing external approval and start embracing your own truth. This isolation strips away the distractions and illusions fed by the world's expectations. It peels back layers of false identity, revealing the raw, untouched core of who you really are beneath the noise. It's a lonely path, yes, but a necessary one. Only in this quiet, apart from the clamor, can you hear the whispers of your inner guidance. This is your soul's way of breaking free from collective illusions, urging you to listen to your inner voice alone. This moment, when the noise of the world fades and the crowd's opinions lose their grip, is a sacred crossroads. Your soul begins to rebel against the illusions woven by society, culture, and even your own fears. It whispers, "Step back from the endless chatter. The truth you seek isn't outside, it's buried deep within." It's not easy to turn inward. The collective mind offers comfort in conformity, safety in sameness, and false certainty in repeating old stories. But your soul craves authenticity, a unique melody no one else can sing. It calls you to quiet the outside world, the endless scrolls, the opinions, the judgments, so you can finally hear your own voice, raw and unfiltered. This inner voice might be faint at first, like a gentle heartbeat beneath a roaring storm. But as you listen, it grows stronger, guiding you through shadows of doubt and fear. It is the compass to your awakening, the light breaking through the cracks of illusion. And then, in that silent space, your dreams begin to speak vivid, strange, and overflowing with symbols. Your subconscious starts decoding the language of your soul, sending messages that seem puzzling yet profound, sometimes wrapped in mystery, sometimes raw emotion. These dreams are not random. They are the secret dialogue between your awakened self and the universe. 2. Strange, vivid dreams filled with symbols and messages. Your subconscious is speaking sometimes in riddles, sometimes in raw emotions. Have you ever woken up from a dream so vivid it felt like your soul was trying to send you a secret message? Those surreal, fragmented images, sometimes cryptic, sometimes haunting, are not random. They are the whispers of your inner universe, speaking a language older than words. In these moments, your subconscious breaks the silence, peeling back the layers of daily noise to reveal hidden truths. Symbols dance across your mind's stage, ancient glyphs, shifting landscapes, faces half-remembered, all trying to unravel the mysteries locked within your deepest self. This dreamscape is a liminal space where time blurs and meaning stretches beyond logic. It is both a mirror and a map, reflecting shadows you fear and illuminating paths yet unseen. In this fragile realm, your soul rehearses its rebirth, confronting fears, shedding illusions, and preparing for a leap beyond the familiar. To ignore these nocturnal messages is to miss the compass your higher self offers in the darkness. Instead, embrace the enigma, the paradox, and the puzzle, for in decoding your dreams, you begin to awaken the vast, uncharted landscape of your inner cosmos. These dreams aren't just random images in the night, they're ancient whispers. A language older than your mind itself, spoken not with words, but with symbols, feelings, and forgotten memories. Each dream is a map, a hidden guide drawn by your soul, trying to lead you through the dark corridors of your own spirit. Have you noticed how some dreams stay with you? How certain symbols repeat, like a secret code waiting to be understood? That's not coincidence. It's your deeper self trying to remind you of something you once knew, but forgot. You don't have to understand these dreams with logic. Feel them, trust them, let them pull you forward through the darkness. Because in that darkness, something else begins to happen. Something unsettling. The things that once felt warm and familiar start to feel empty. The people, the habits, even the passions that once lit up your world now seem distant, hollow, as if your soul is quietly outgrowing them. 3. A growing emptiness in things that once brought joy. Your favorite habits, people, or possessions no longer satisfy you. There comes a moment when the things that once lit up your soul suddenly feel hollow. You try to go back to your favorite songs, your old routines, the people who used to feel like home, but something's different. It's like your heart no longer recognizes the frequency. Like those things belong to a version of you that doesn't exist anymore. At first, it feels like losing yourself. You ask, "What's wrong with me? Why don't I feel the same?" But nothing's wrong. In fact, something sacred is happening. You're shifting. Your soul is detaching from the illusions that once comforted it. The dopamine hits, the validations, the cycles, none of it nourishes your evolving energy anymore. What once fed you now drains you. And that emptiness you feel? It's not emptiness, it's space, space for something higher to enter. Because when the soul begins to awaken, the ordinary no longer satisfies. You'll crave depth instead of distraction, truth instead of comfort, energy instead of noise. And that's why it's as if you're outgrowing an old skin. Those things just don't fit anymore, suffocating your new energy trying to emerge. 4. Intense emotional waves and physical sensations. One moment, you feel like you're floating. The next, you're drowning in sadness, frustration, or even unexplained anger. Your body aches, your head feels heavy, and exhaustion hits you without reason. Or suddenly, you're overwhelmed by bursts of restless energy, like electricity running through your veins. No, you're not broken, you're expanding. These intense shifts are not random, they're your body and soul purging old emotional imprints, clearing outdated energies trapped deep within you. Every headache, every wave of sadness, every moment of restlessness is a release. It's like your system is detoxing from everything you no longer are. Your physical vessel, the home of your soul, is struggling to keep up with the rapid transformation happening inside, and that's why it feels chaotic. But trust the chaos, because this is your body realigning with a higher frequency, adjusting to the light your soul is awakening to. 5. A magnetic pull toward solitude, silence, and nature. Even when surrounded by others, you crave alone time, because in the stillness, you hear the whispers of your true self, the one beyond masks and stories. But stillness isn't comfortable. It's where silence exposes everything you've been trying to avoid. The fears, the old stories, the parts of you that feel unworthy. Most people run from this silence, thinking they're escaping pain, but in truth, they're running from the doorway to their freedom. Because healing doesn't happen when you're busy chasing distractions. It happens in the moments when you're finally still enough to hear what your soul's been trying to tell you all along. That every shadow, every ache, every scar is not a curse, but a message. Remember this: your wounds are not your prison, they are the key to your awakening. Every scar, every tear, every moment of pain is the universe inviting you to remember who you truly are. Right now, take a slow, deep breath. Feel your body grounded, your mind calm. What does your soul truly feel right now? How close are you, really, to the version of yourself that isn't shaped by fear, expectations, or past wounds? Be fearless in this answer. This moment of honest self-reflection is a gateway, a mirror reflecting your true self beyond the masks you wear every day. Sometimes, it's uncomfortable to see how far we've drifted, but that discomfort is the compass guiding us back. Write your truth below. Don't worry about perfection, judgment, or right answers. Your honesty is a spark, a flicker of light, that can ignite transformation not just for you, but for someone else reading these words, feeling the same inner stir. Because awakening is never a solo journey. It's a collective unfolding, a shared resonance of souls breaking free. And with that in mind, have you noticed any of these signs within yourself? Or maybe other signs that signal your soul's shedding? Share your experience with us in the comments, because growth is a journey best traveled together. If this message resonates with your soul, don't hesitate to hit subscribe and join the Aniverse family, a tribe of awakened hearts walking this mysterious path. Every like, every comment, every bell notification you activate is a tiny light shining in the vast darkness, helping more souls find their way. Your soul's deepest desire is freedom, pure, boundless freedom and unconditional love. Choosing this path means embracing uncertainty, diving into the unknown with courage, and trusting that the universe always supports your transformation. Are you ready to shed your old skin and step into the light? Because your true self is waiting, more radiant, more powerful, and more free than you ever imagined. Before you go, here's a question for your soul. What part of your old self are you ready to release today? And what new part are you excited to become? Drop your answer below. Let's spark a conversation that heals and uplifts.